And then we come to the end of this thing. It's the end of a lot, frankly, folks. The end of an era. See what I did there? It was the end of an era. It's undisputedly the end of an era. There was an era in wrestling where the Undisputed Era were a top group, a faction. They were the only, I won't say the only in every case, they were the most watchable and most highly anticipated appearances on NXT. They did some great shit. They seemed serious about everything. That was an era that is now over because the official Undisputed Era has been finished off. Not only did they get 3/4 of the top heel group for their opposition formerly on Wednesday nights, they bring Fish in and beat him like a fucking drum. They bring Kyle O'Reilly in and fucking neuter him. And they bring Adam Cole in. And I can't say this is character assassination because Adam has had a hand in it also. I think it is an assisted suicide. Because between the way that they have used Adam, the people that they have surrounded him with, the lack of giving a complete teetotal fuck about his appearance and his physique, that not having the people in NXT that were apparently keeping him from appealing or going along with his worst instincts and were keeping him on the straight and narrow, all this stuff has disappeared. And now, in the final nail in Adam Cole's professional coffin, they had a lights-out match, no disqualification, between Adam Cole and Pockets. They had him working matches with this clown before. At least he was winning. It was still an insult. I can't imagine anybody in the professional wrestling industry serious about what they're doing and wanting to have a good career being booked against Pockets and not immediately refusing and say, no, this is not going to happen. Fire me if you want to. I'm not going to bury myself and destroy my career on national television. But nobody's got the guts or the gumption anymore. They don't have the balls. They don't give a shit about their profession. They'll just do whatever with whoever. So again, a rematch in a no DQ garbage match. Lights out. Eddie Graham would be spinning in his grave if he could hear about this. Not only did they put Adam Cole back in the ring with Pockets, Pockets won. Pockets beat him. They beat a guy that was just 3 months ago was a WWE superstar that had a debut on one of their pay-per-views and people went out of their minds. They managed to assimilate 2 of the 3 members of his group with him. And that was to come to this inflection point where the company mascot not only beat Adam Cole on television, but risked his fucking safety and well-being by giving him some stupid bump off the stage while he did it. So not only is Adam Cole now completely wasted and finished as a serious talent for this company, but they could have hurt him at the same time just because this goddamn goof, idiot, imbecile, pinhead, moron with his hands in his pockets and his thumb in his ass can look good because Tony Khan is tickled by him and dressed up like him on Halloween. Tony Khan would have gone a long way toward dispelling the notion that this is a rich kid's vanity project if he didn't serendipitously get talent of this quality in his fucking upstart company and then book him in garbage matches with the mascot? They started out with a sloppy, phony-looking children's hockey fight that all the kids are doing these days, and it got worse from there. At one point, this was what everybody wanted me to see, because I was zipping through some of this, because why fucking dignify pockets with watching him? Adam Cole goes under the ring to pull a chair out like that would be necessary against this fucking clown. And when he pulls it out, Danhausen came with it. He was hanging on the other end of it. So now I guess I'm going to end up hating this guy. I believe we've mentioned the reason why that I've never watched this guy actually on a wrestling program or anything related to wrestling is because I knew I'd hate it. But when we saw the cameos and his promos, we got a tickle out of him because he was funny. If I see him in a wrestling context, I'm probably going to hate his guts, and that's apparently is coming up. But once again, and I'm glad he's back from his broken leg, and I don't wish the guy any ill. But my God, talk about promotional malfeasance. Again, I remind you, Mark and Jay Briscoe are cleaning out a chicken coop, and Danhausen has now been signed to the second biggest company in the fucking country. So they even went through a break. When they came back from the break in this match, there was a chain in the ring. There was a garbage can in the ring, garbage can lid in the ring, 3 chairs in the ring. They're taking bumps in the furniture. Suddenly, for no reason except why wouldn't they? Here comes Brandon Cutlet and Wheelie Yuta and Bobby Fish and Muffin Top and the Harley Boys and Trent and Romero. And they all come out and do the sloppy indie fight that all the indie guys do. And then Cole hits Pockets with a nut shot, and Pockets doesn't sell it, and he reaches in his pants and pulls out a cup. Well, that was kind of cute. I've seen that done before in wrestling. It would have been even cuter if he'd reached in and showed that there was no reason for him to sell because he has no fucking balls. Have you noticed that this guy just aggravates the fuck out of me because it's so silly and so stupid and so disrespectful, and I can't imagine that we've come this far, we've gone this far in the business that this guy even has a job or can get booked on a show. And I may be 60 and in perfect health. I'm still bigger than he is, and I'd love to go out in public one of these days just so I could slap him like that goddamn idiot with a sock and a snake on his fucking arm. But nevertheless, after he pulls out the cup and doesn't sell his fictitious balls, he does fake kicks to Adam Cole's shin and then gives Adam Cole his own move, the Panama Sunrise, which gets a 2 count. Then they fight outside the ring, into the tunnel, up on the stage, and back to the Tony position. I can't call it the gorilla position. I liked Gorilla. I don't want to disrespect him. I'll call it the Tony position. And Cole dumps Pockets through the table and covers him, and there's a referee there with a 2 count. It's falls count anywhere, too, apparently now. Of course, every lights out match is falls count anywhere, except that's never been the case, ever. This is every stupid, phony, idiotic trope, to use everybody's favorite word, of modern outlaw garbage wrestling. At that point, when they went through Tony's table, I couldn't wait. I fast-forwarded to the end. They were on top of the entranceway, and I swear to God, I'm telling the truth here, this is not comedic exaggeration. This is exactly what was on the television program. Pockets hugs Adam Cole. Like, he just hugs him. And Cole acts like he's trying to struggle and couldn't get loose. Even though this is not Joe LeDuc bear hugging him, this is this wafer-thin fucking idiot with his hands in his pockets. Well, now he didn't even have his hands joined. He just hugged Cole. Cole acts like he can't get loose. And then they just both fall off the stage. They just fell. It's not like Pockets gave him something. It's not like they just fell off the stage and Cole landed back first and Pockets was on top. And at least it wasn't cardboard and a crash pad that went poof, like old Poof Jericho. They got balsa wood for this, so that was even worse because now, for no reason otherwise than to placate the goof that the boss thinks is his favorite wrestler, Cole took a chance on going through and getting cut up and sliced up with that balsa wood, and Pockets pins him in the middle of the goddamn wreckage. 1, 2, 3. Thanks for coming, Adam Cole. You used to be a star. Now you're a goddamn jack-off piece of shit. I don't know why while you were down there, he didn't fucking pull out his skid-marked underwear and wipe them on your face. That's the equivalent of what they just did to you. So now, that's the first Pockets match that I've watched since this fiasco started. Talking about AEW on television, and that'll be the last one, and that'll also be the last Adam Cole match I watch, because it's no longer even necessary to give him any help, advice, little rah-rah speech. It's wasted. It's done. It's over. Might as well book him out in PWG with the Muffin Gang, or the Puddin' Gang with Muffin Top. They'll have fun. They can just wheel their trampoline in from the backyard. This guy was a serious fucking talent. He's done. He's over. It's finished. Kaput. In the archives. History. Vapor, as Buddy Landell would say. He's vapor. That's what I thought about that.
There are some, I'll even say stupid fans out there who have been a little upset with some of your critiques and my critiques here on the show, saying that Adam Cole's doing such great work. How could anyone have a problem with what Adam Cole is doing in AEW? Adam Cole sucks right now. We've talked about his physical shape. He's in worse physical shape than almost anyone listening right now. Even if you're big and fat, you may have a little muscle tone somewhere. It looks like he doesn't go to the gym.
Hey, it takes a little bit of muscle to move all that flab around.
He comes out there with that leather jacket on, or that coat, whatever. He looks like he's wearing his older brother's jacket. He's got the hair, and he's got the look into the camera when he does his little pose that everyone likes doing, because everyone likes chanting everything. But other than that, he doesn't look like a fucking wrestler. You can critique anyone you want. You can even say Pockets. Orange Cassidy has muscles.
He looks like a guy that works over at Valvoline and goes by the gym a couple of nights a week.
He looks like he goes to the gym. Looks like he could be athletic. Yes. Adam Cole does not.
It doesn't look like he could be a celebrity or a star or talented, but he looks athletic.
He looks more like a star than Adam Cole right now.
I'm not arguing that. That's the state of it. He looks worse than the biggest joke in the company.
Adam Cole is a guy that could do all the moves and kick out the same way everyone else does. But boy, I liked him in NXT, and I'm like you, I don't want to see him. I felt like this for a while now.
When he came to Ring of Honor, he was 19 years old. Him and O'Reilly, we said, this is the future because these kids are serious. O'Reilly was training his ass off in the MMA. He was, Adam Cole came, he was always prepared. He was always ready to go. He didn't have any bad habits that I was aware of at that point in time. I'm talking about substances or anything. He apparently has some bad habits now, the friends he picks. His promos were excellent from the start. He not only could speak well and articulately, but he had conviction in his voice, and he seemed serious about what he was doing. He learned. He got better. After I left Ring of Honor, I didn't watch a bunch of it, but I see that he was on top there for some time, and then went to NXT and was on top there. And I thought, this kid has his shit together. He's talented. He's serious. He takes the business seriously. He wants to excel. He's not a jack off. And then this all happens. If obviously I was wrong about him, because if I hadn't been wrong about him when he got there, he would have said, look, no. You just got me from NXT. I have buzz. I have a career going. Put me in the goddamn mix with these guys and I'll perform for you. Don't put me in the ring with the Puddin' Gang. Don't make me fucking fuck with the guy with his hands in his pockets. That's for jokers, outlaw guys, and fucking job guys. If he was serious about his business and if he was confident in his ability in it, he would have refused to interact with any of those people, and he would have done what Danielson and Punk have done, which is apparently gone around Tony, cherry-picked their opponents, and told them how things are going to be, which is why all their shit's good.
He also needed to go to the gym. Again, I'm going to say this again. Unless he's ill and we don't know it, there's no excuse for him to come into AEW looking like that.
Yeah, we've seen the picture. He didn't come to AEW looking like that. He came to AEW looking a lot better. Now he looks like that. It's been a steady decline. You've seen the pictures from last year in NXT where he had tone to him. He didn't weigh 250 pounds. He had a tan, and he had a couple of muscles. And now it looks like he's been floating in the river for 3 days, and he doesn't have a goddamn muscle in his body. And he's given up. I know if I was a professional wrestler and I was forced to wrestle pockets, I would give up too, because I would know my career is done. I'm finished. But he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to just give up and just roll over and say, okay, whatever. That means he did it because he doesn't care not to do it, which means he isn't as serious or as much of a talent as I unfortunately thought he was all these years. I have never been so disappointed.
Or he actually believes it's good, which is even worse. But what I was going to say before... He doesn't
believe it. He's been around the business for 10 fucking years. He knows that these guys are jack-offs. He knows what's right and what's wrong. He's playing with his friends. He doesn't give a shit what he looks like. And he's out there fucking taking bumps off the entranceway with the fucking mascot. He knows that it's rotten, and he doesn't give a shit because he's getting paid by a billionaire mark and he's having fun. He's not serious.
The one that's going to disappoint me the most, I think, is actually not Adam Cole, because this is who Adam Cole is. I accept it. This is going to be him going forward. Bobby Fish was brought in and not used well at all at the beginning, to the point where he doesn't mean much right now. But Kyle O'Reilly was the one coming in who actually probably had the most potential to do something with. They had finally broken him off from them in NXT, made him a single. Of course, when they switched to 2.0, that was the end of him there, but he's now, again, just a guy aligned with the guys, as opposed to someone who probably has the ability and the talent right now to do something else.
And again, a guy who works hard, has a completely different style, and not only that, but a style that makes him look like a fighter, even at that slim frame. He's got the Diaz attitude going on for him, the Diaz brothers. His shit looked nice and real and legitimate. Are they going to stick him in the ring with the fucking guy with the hands in the pockets? Kyle is somebody who actually may have the balls and guts to stand up for himself and say, no, this would be detrimental not only to the business, but my career, just because, Tony, you get a kick out of him. I don't need to be doing this. He might actually do that. We'll find out. But he had, I was going to say he has a ton of potential. He had a ton of potential. I don't know now whether you can trust any of those guys in these hands, because the younger guys and the guys that want to contribute the most are the ones that will allow themselves to be shot in the foot and just do what they're told. And the top guys and the guys with more experience and the guys that know better are going to pick their own shots mostly. And that's why their shit sucks less. Or in the case of Jericho, he's doing his own shit. It makes everybody else look bad, and he thinks it makes him look good. But, guys of that age, Kyle, I guess Cole, whatever, they're just going to do what they're told to do. And it's a shame because there's no place else for Kyle to go. He would have been wasted in NXT 2.0, but now he's going to be wasted here. And that's a really valuable, different kind of talent that you could have made something out of. But it's rapidly becoming late for him because now he's in the flunky group of the guy that just got beat by the mascot. So how fucking good is he? Talk about the email from the fan earlier in the show where, the Briscoes just got beat by a bunch of fucking backyarders in 6 minutes. So how long will it take real wrestlers to beat them? That's common sense and logic. which unfortunately nobody in the wrestling business uses anymore because they're all convinced that they're smart to the business. They're so smart to the business, they're fucking idiots. They've gone around the business and come back up behind it from the other side. They've gone so far. And So anyway, so that's what happened on that program. Do you remember, was it 6 weeks ago where my God, this is AEW one night for an hour and a half. This is one of the best wrestling programs I've seen in years. They're getting their shit together. They're going to win this thing. Vince is handing them all the talent. Old Nick Khan up there is fucking cutting all their goddamn darlings, that the wrestlers that the people would like. It's all going AEW's way. And now AEW responds by putting on several weeks in a row of some really shitty fucking television with shit that doesn't make sense and misusing their talent. Fuck you, Vince. You're not going to let us win that easy. We'll goddamn show you. We're going to take a baseball bat and hit ourselves in the nuts with it. I've never seen people trying harder to lose a fucking fight. I'm done. How about you?